Hey guys, what's good? Triple J Boxing. So David Benavidez, he's in a bit of a little situation here. Now I don't think it's a huge problem or a huge deal, but people are gonna make it a big deal because of his past. But let me just get into it, what I'm talking about, guys. For those of you who don't know, David Benavidez went to the Pacheco fight to support his stablemate. And Chris Mannix interviewed him. Chris Mannix of DAZN interviewed him as he was watching the fight to see what he thought of Pacheco, how he was doing. And David Benavidez appeared to be drunk and intoxicated, and he was slurring his words. Maybe I'll show a little clip of it. I might put it in the video so you can kind of see it, either at the start of the video or somewhere in the video. But a lot of people... There was another interview too as well before the Pacheco fight, before the fight card. Ellie Setback interviewed him in the lobby, and he seemed to be already drunk, already kind of slurring his words as well. I probably won't put that interview in the video, because I don't know if Ellie Setback will come after me for copyright or something. But even though it's fair use, but you never know, right? So people are going to make a big deal of this because, for those of you who don't know as well, David Benavidez was one of the youngest Mexican champions. Well, I guess he's not technically, he's Mexican-American, but I think he was one of the... I'm pretty sure he was one of the youngest champions ever at super middleweight. I forget exactly what age he was, but he got stripped of it because he tested positive for cocaine. This was years and years ago. So a lot of you who don't know, David was a champion and he lost the belt because of that. I think he might have missed weight too back in the day, but I think it was the cocaine was the why he got stripped. So people are gonna make a huge deal about this, that he's back on the wagon, but since he's drinking, people are gonna think he's doing coke now again, which I'm pretty sure he does VADA testing. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he does for the high level fights. So if he is, you can't really... you can do it, but you're eventually going to get caught, right, again, because they test randomly. So they're going to find cocaine in your system. But just because he's drinking doesn't even mean he's back on cocaine, right? But people are going to say that. They're going to be hating on him. They're going to say that, okay, do I find it concerning that he's drinking to the point where he's that drunk and he's got a fight coming up? He's in camp for the Alexander Glovstik. I don't know why I can't say his name right, but the Ukrainian light heavyweight fighter that beat Adonis Stevenson. He's fighting him. He's moving up to light heavyweight. So that's a big challenge. And the fact that he's drinking, I know he's still far, far out from the fight. I think it's over 2 months out still, right? It's pretty far out, the fight, 12 weeks out or something. So it's not like it's only 8 weeks away, or even, or shorter than 8 weeks away. Then it would be okay, what is he doing? Or if it was 2 weeks out or something, right? I'm not condoning it though, to be honest. My problem is with the situation, it's not that, I'm not jumping to conclusion and saying he has a problem again or something's going on. The guy can drink. People get drunk. People drink. The fact that it's not that he's doing it because when he's in camp, it's the fact that he's doing it and he's in public, which it's when I don't know if you guys have ever had a job where you had you had a get together or whatever, a celebration of anniversary of I don't know, like I know we had, like when I used to work at this grocery store, they had, I guess it was a Christmas party, but I think they were celebrating like people, how long they've been there, and they're giving out awards. Like, oh, you've been at the grocery store for 20 years. And they're giving out awards. And people would show up all like they'd show up hammered, like smashed out of their minds at the party. So it was like, I don't know. It's a bad look when you're getting smashed at your work party, in my opinion. And that's what David's doing here. It's not, technically he's in public, he's on the job, and there's a good chance he was going to be interviewed, right? Like, he's a huge public figure in boxing, so that's kind of on him that he would do that. Like, then again, like, he did answer the questions fine, it's just he was slurring his words was the problem. So, I don't know how much he drank or whatever, but anyway, guys, he did go back on social media after, and the next day, and he apologized that he was drunk and he shouldn't have been that drunk, and so he did man up about it. But my thing is, guys, yeah, like, my only problem is, it's not that he got drunk or anything, it's just, and he is far out of camp, so it's not like a huge deal. Preferably, you don't want to drink at all when you're in camp, but my only issue is, like, he's doing it in public at an event that he knows he's going to be interviewed and asked questions, like, you know what I mean? So that's my only thing. Like, because if he did this like in his own home or at a friend's house, it would be totally different, right? Like, I'm sure, like, there's videos of like Canelo drunk at after parties and stuff I've seen, and other fighters drink too, and it's like, but they're in like maybe in a party setting, whereas he is like in a pretty much at his job. He's in a professional setting. Sorry, that's my dog in the back. You know what I mean, guys? So it's kind of like he's at the workplace. I know technically he's not working, but you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my only thing about it. What else? Yeah, so another thing is, since it's David Benavidez and he has that history, it kind of brings up the more present situation that comes to mind is the Ryan Garcia situation. Ryan, when he went off on social media and, you know, admitted that he drinks, he smokes, everyone does. People are more hard on him because he's taken off time off boxing because he had the mental issues, right? He had the mental health issues. So they're more like, oh, what's going on with Ryan, right? Because it's been known, right? He has that past. Whereas if he just said, oh, I drink, I smoke, and he didn't have that prior history, no one would be making that big of a deal about it, maybe. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but, or say like another fighter, like, oh, this is a good example. Jermall Charlo, or it's either Jermall or Jamel. They show up drunk. I guess people do roast them too, but they're gonna roast David a lot more since, like I said, he has that cocaine past, right? So they're gonna really bring that up. Plus, he was hanging out with Oscar De La Hoya earlier in the week, so people are gonna really rip on him because that's like the number one comment they still use on Oscar De La Hoya. He's like, oh, he's doing lines of coke. Every Instagram post, every interview, look through the comments. It won't take you long to find a cocaine comment under Oscar De La Hoya. Like if it's an Oscar De La Hoya video or something. That in the fishnets, right? So it's like say if Errol Spence was drinking, right, and he was drunk, they wouldn't make that big of a deal about it. They would probably just say, like, obviously haters are going to hate, and they would say, oh, that's why he lost to Crawford, right? But in this situation, they're really going to be hard on David Benavidez just because he's been known in the past for that cocaine test, right? He tested positive for cocaine, so people are going to think, oh, he's fallen off the wagon, and he's going to be you know what I mean? Like, they think he's going to be, like, terrible in his next fight or something, right? They think he's not going to be focused. he's lost his discipline, and he's moving up to light heavyweight, and he's gonna get hurt up there. Like they're gonna be criticizing him heavily because of this. But anyway, guys, my opinion on it. He admitted that he shouldn't have been drunk at that public setting, so he manned up. It doesn't mean he's back on cocaine, guys. And even if he was using cocaine in the past, like it's not like he was a junkie or anything. He did use it though, so. But I'm not excusing the fact what do you call it? He had a couple drinks, guys. It's not the end of the world. But it's hopefully maybe this is a wake up call for him to stay more focused. Yes, you're far out still from the Gvozdyk fight, but you still need to buckle down, and if you're gonna have a couple drinks, do it in a more private setting or an actual setting where you're actually supposed to be. It's okay to be drinking more, right? Not in a professional setting like that where that's the boxing scene, that is his job. So technically he was like drinking on the job, you could say, even though I know he's not drinking in the ring, but you know what I mean, guys? So yeah, my thing is he shouldn't have got that drunk in public, and hopefully this is a wake up call for him to be more disciplined. He's going up to light heavyweight. He has to be 100% focused. I'm sure he'll be fine, though, guys. He seems like a very down-to-earth, wise guy. He really does. He seems like a very smart guy, David Benavidez. So, wish him all the best. This is going to give the Canelo fans fire, though. And Canelo be like, oh, he doesn't deserve it. He's a drunkard or something, right? But anyway, guys, it's Triple J Boxing. Thanks for watching. Take care.